Hello and welcome to brand new episode of Torah School Online. Today I am on my way to the garden of one of my students. There we will repot some trees that we styled together. Without hesitation, Micha and I tackled his Mugo pines. Last autumn and winter we styled several of these trees in my workshop, and now they needed their first bonsai pots. First up was an intriguing semi-cascade with very unique deadwood. Precise positioning is, of course, very important, as is watering immediately after repotting. But we didn't stop there. Micha was already using a wooden stick to push the substrate into the empty spaces between the roots of a pine styled in the literati form. And again, watering is crucial. Micha is real Mugo man. Now I am back in my garden, facing another challenge, repotting the king of my garden, this ancient Mugo pine. This tree sits in this spot for last 2 seasons, and it will be repotted for 2 reasons. The first reason is that I don't like this spot. I found another one, better one, and the second reason is the angle of the potting. Of course, the angle must be changed. Now I am waiting for students to come and help me to repot this beast. Meanwhile, I will prepare the new pot. So, this is the new giant pot for the Mugo. First I will prepare the mesh for the drainage holes and then the rest of it. Then Gregor and I began. First I freed the pine from the ties in its old pot. We moved it to the workbench and started carefully removing the old substrate. Seeing the abundance of fine roots and plenty of mycorrhiza left me very satisfied. However, the moment of truth would come when placing the tree in its new pot. First, drainage and fresh substrate were prepared, followed by the attempt to settle the tree into its new container. As I feared, despite the new pot being wider than the old one, The tree simply wouldn't fit under the new angle. The root system was far too wide. I began cautiously trimming the roots and narrowing the root ball. Before each cut, I carefully inspected the root and only trimmed it if I determined it didn't have too many fine root hairs, ensuring I wouldn't cause excessive damage. Even with plenty of experience, working on such a fantastic tree always brings a bit of worry that I might cut too much. And finally, the tree settled into the pot just as I envisioned. The usual process followed, filling the pot with new substrate, securing the tree, and pressing the substrate, enhanced with a bit of charcoal for disinfection, into the empty spaces between the roots. The main task, the main challenge of this repotting season is done. This Mugo pine is now in the final pot, and it will be sitting in this pot for at least another 5 years. I was really worried about few things, but with the help of my students, especially Grega, in the end everything went okay. Now I will concentrate on the crown and details, and hopefully this bonsai will be mature enough in few years that I could show it in some major shows. So this is the end of one story, but I want to show you the beginning of another one, different one. Just as bonsai can be a bridge between the artist and the observer, bridges connect people on both sides of a river. In our town, we once had a magnificent covered wooden bridge from the 1930s, renowned far and wide. That is, until 2 years ago, when a natural disaster struck, a flood. The river rose to an unprecedented height within hours, and the bridge was gone. Once the water receded slightly, only debris remained. there was nothing left to save. But now they've started building a new bridge. I'm excited about the new connection between the two riverbanks, and in my videos you'll also be able to follow the progress of this new bridge's construction. The new foundations are already in place. If you like this a little bit different format of the video, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks for all your support. I am especially thankful to all of you who already clicked the thanks button also below. Please subscribe and see you all in the next one.